Welcome to another weekly edition of the Best Way to Smoke News with Serpo Jr.
Big J.
Pain patients are switching to medical marijuana instead of opioids, American Medical Association study shows. I like the sound of that.
Mm-hmm.
About 1 in 3 chronic pain patients report using marijuana as a treatment option, and most of that group has used cannabis as a substitute for their pain medications, including opioids. A new study published by American Medical Association found the new paper from researchers at the University of Michigan and Johns Hopkins University builds on the growing body of scientific literature indicating that cannabinoids can serve as an effective pain management tools for some people and as substitute for certain pharmaceuticals. That's great right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we all know that opioids are really addictive.
Mm-hmm.
You can get on them opioids and you can get stuck. But if you go over here to this medical marijuana, it's like you're getting a whole lot of benefits.
Yep.
You treating your pain. If you in certain sicknesses, it stop you from trying to eat or whatever. You're gonna eat.
Get your appetite.
If you down and you're gonna be up and laughing and giggly. So, man, y'all check that out.
For sure. No. New York governor signs bill to mandate state legalization of Schedule 1 drug like psilocybin and MDMA if federal law changes. The governor of New York recently signed legislation mandating that the state immediately rescheduled or deschedule Schedule 1 drugs like MDMA and psilocybin if they're reclassified under federal law. The companion Assembly and Senate bills signed by Governor Kathy Hochul, Democrat, late last month, are meant to provide for priority between the New York state schedule and the federal schedule when certain drugs are approved for medical treatment. A memo from the sponsor says, while the newly enacted law applies to all Schedule 1 drugs, the sponsor memo explicitly references MDMA and psilocybin as examples of the type of substance that prompted lawmakers to advance the reform. Now, if federal drug scheduling statute changes while the state legislature is out of session, the drug products will be available for administration by medical providers to ensure that there are no gaps in service. So basically what people, what they pushing for is for it to be legal, you know what I'm saying? Because it can help with a lot of different things. Yes, moving on.
Hawaii lawmakers announced marijuana legalization push for 2023 with newly seated pro-reform governor. Hawaii advocates are feeling confident about the prospects of advancing marijuana legalization in the new season. With an activist coalition holding a press conference on Wednesday alongside state lawmakers to lay out the path forward for reform. There's renewed reason for optimism in the new year as visitors elect a pro-legalization governor and lieutenant governor during the November election. Lawmakers are now prepared to introduce reform legislation after officials finalize recommendations for legalization as part of a task force. Now that's kind of cool right there because if Hawaii is pro-cannabis, and a lot of people go to Hawaii coming from California. So if you can all right, if it's legal here in California, then it's legal there over there in Hawaii. So by me leaving and going into a place where it's legit, will we all like the vacation? That's super dope. And then if you in Hawaii and you coming back, man, I got some Hawaii Kush, boy,
Man,
and you can come
Hawaii,
back.
Maui, around this.
You know what I'm saying? So that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Not just for the travel or whatever it may be, but that's cool that there's another state that's going for the legalization of cannabis.
Yep, for sure. Moving on. People living in states with legal marijuana have lower rates of alcohol use disorder, federally funded twin study finds. People who live in states where recreational marijuana is legal experience lower rates of alcohol use disorder compared to those who live in states where cannabis remains illegal. According to a new federally funded study, researchers observed 240 pairs of twins in cases where one twin lived in a state that legalized marijuana and the other one did not. They found that while overall alcohol consumption did not significantly differ, those living in states where cannabis had been legalized were less likely to risk harm while under the influence of alcohol than their twin residing in a state where marijuana remained prohibited. Recreational legalization was associated with the increased cannabis use and decreased all symptoms but was not associated with other maladaptations. The researcher from the University of Colorado and University of Minnesota wrote. Yeah, I think we last week we talked about something to where we was talking about more people was using alcohol. It was a study where more people was using alcohol because of marijuana use. Now this is a different study saying that that's a little different. But that's definitely interesting.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Arizona recreational marijuana sales hit new monthly record as medical cannabis market continues to shrink. For the 8th straight month and the 11th straight time in the past year, medical marijuana sales dropped from the month prior, clocking in at about 31 million in October. By contrast, adult use cannabis sales that voters approved in 2020 hit a new high in the same month, with more than $85.4 million in estimated sales, according to the Arizona Department of Revenue. The crumbling of the medical program follows a pattern other states have seen, with the medical market outpaced by recreational sales in the wake of legalization. Now, like with that right there, it's like, in my opinion, if you're using it for recreational uses, it's like you may not have a written prescription from, say, a PhD doctor, just because they went and got a schooling and got a stamp of their name. You can be doctor. I'm using it for recreational uses. I know sometimes when I feel down, I smoke this Gorilla Glue, boom, boom, bam. Here I go, I'm back. But that's my recreational use.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If there's another time to where it's like I'm feeling symptoms of, you know what I'm saying, they eating, I can't eat. You know what I'm saying? I hit some Skywalker. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, I'm finna take down a whole 5 pound, you know what I'm saying, burger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and this is just Serpo Jr.'s opinion.
Yeah.
Recreational use and medical use, that's one thing. So for you try to like separate it, it's like, it's really just, all right, you actually went to a doctor or whatever it may be, and they prescribed something for you for your medical needs. You know what I'm saying? At that moment. But for recreational uses, it's like, all right, I don't need no doctor to tell me like, this Thursday I'm feeling down, so let me smoke my Gorilla Glue now and I'm cool.
But you know it's a trip too. A lot of people that's getting it recreational are still probably dealing with shit too, though. You know what I'm saying? So they probably still using it in that same aspect, even though they don't have no paperwork saying that it's medical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I totally agree. You know what I'm saying? Because like, as you say, a person can lose their job. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of things within the market that's falling. You know, and you may go back and sit down and like, you may smoke some Maui Wowie.
Man.
Now, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not in an uppity mood to like go and party, but yet and still I'm not in this down mood to where it's like everything is cloudy. All right, I'm up, man. Fuck that job. What's next on the market? Oh yeah, I fit this, I fit that. Man, let me hit this up. Let me go and do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just because the doctor, like somebody who went to school or got doctor in front of their name, I'm Dr. Serpo right now. Smoke some Gorilla Glue, I promise you'll be cool.
Everything.
That's the weekly news. Serpo Jr.
Big J.
Baby.
Big J.